What's up, everyone? This is Minnie coming in with another replay review, and today we're taking a look at UltimaRatio playing a Shokaku in Ranked. This was going for his silver qualifiers in Ranked Season 3, so let's look. First off, obviously, CVs are going to be Tier 8. Shokaku's a really strong choice. Besides the Enterprise and Kaga, one of my personal top picks for what you should be taking into your Ranked. Palmer and Soyuz Roma for their battleships. A little weaker than a Georgia, Palmer, and Lenin because the Georgia has the good guns. I mean, the Palmer's balanced. Soyuz can tank well, but Lenin can also tank well, and the Roma's just kind of gone mess since the Deadeye removal. Alaska's a much better cruiser to have than the Donskoy because of the radar. Sure, the Donskoy's radar is longer, but it's way shorter. The Alaska's way tankier, and its radar's way longer. Mogador's and Osterjutland's balanced, so this is going to be a really interesting game because this puts them in a very interesting position. So let's see what he's going to do. By the way, love the camo on the ship. So, pretty standard. First thing out is going to be your rocket planes. Great to spot, and because this is before the 10.5 rocket change, makes it very easy to hit DDs with as well. Anybody we recognize name-wise to be scared of. Their KSD Shokaku is going to be very good. You do have a Star 2 member and a Star 3 member on your team, which makes it nice. Okay, so pretty standard, pretty good idea. When you're playing the CV straight down the middle, there's a case to be made for looking and flying over the contested cap first, but what I suspect Ultima is going to do and what I like to do here is I like to look towards C first, the cap they're going to try to take, try to hit the DD going for it and try to deny him. So, he hasn't pre-dropped here. Now, there's a lot of theoretical differences on should you pre-drop, should you not. It depends on the CV to me. I don't disagree with not pre-dropping here. I mean, with the Ooster, you're running the risk of losing them, but you're going to set up, gets a nice line, slows it down, sets the drop, 2,900 damage, good. Now, here's where I would be probably recalling. You're already about to lose your 5th plane, so you're going to have 4 left. You're going to be able to get another run in. I would be considering the recall, but because the Ooster's not doing anything to stop you, it's probably worth it, and I will agree actually go in for another run, because if you get even 2 planes on him because of his weakness, you can get some really good damage. You got another 2 damage, quick recall, love it. So you got 4,300 off him. Not bad, you're not getting any of those back. Would it have been better to recall? Maybe, but it's not a choice that's really I can fault you for because you had no other AA and the Ooster wasn't doing anything to stop you. So, good call in chat, hard C side, kite on B side, push A, exactly, because as you've seen already and what Ultima's doing here, is you've got 4 ships you've seen to see. So that means you've got a Mogador and a Donskoy going towards A. So Mogador and Donskoy towards A, that's going to be your focus because you don't want to run into all of that AA there. Osterjutland's AA is not something to be trifled with. It's shocking to me that he didn't do more damage to you there. But you're going to definitely want to go for the Donskoy and the Mogador. You bring out the Torps because you're looking for the Donskoy. Now, the one thing I do love about Japanese Torps, and I love he's doing here, is not being afraid to Torp the Mogador. You're forcing the Mogador to take awkward positions. You're trying to force him out of the cap before he caps, and you're shoving him away from where he wants to hide behind the islands. You wait all the way. Beautiful. Now, we know that you're not going to hit those Torps because he's going to turn the other way. But it keeps moving him forward, and rather than risk the random Torp RNG, you let it tighten up. I might have risked the random Torp RNG, but once again, I don't fault you. So you see him, he's not going to be able to stop the cap, but you've spotted him. Now you're looking for the Donskoy, because the Donskoy has put himself in a very bad position if you watch your mini-map. Donskoy being broadside stuck behind an island, if he comes out, he gets slapped by the Atlanta, so Ultima sets up, drops a little bit early to make sure that the Donskoy is going to speed to them. Still has all of his fighters, or his Torp planes left. Gets the hit, 12k damage or so, 11k damage on the Donskoy. And the Donskoy is in an awkward position, and this is what, as a CV, you want to do. This is exactly what you want to do. You come back in, you get the drop. Looks like Torp RNG has not favored you, unfortunately. You're going to get 1 hit, but you're not going to get 2. once again, here's one of those situations, okay, their Georgia's turned around now. Do I stay or do I immediately go? I'm probably, as soon as I do that drop, immediately going, but looking for the next drop can't fault you for it at all. Especially because you got so many of your planes back already from that. Just looking at it, yeah, you got 11 planes and you've still got another one coming, and that gets you the flood. So those are one of those plays that, guys, you have to make a careful consideration. Ultima's a very experienced CV player. I mean, he plays for 5D. He knows his planes well enough to know that he can get that plane off, get that torp hit. But if you're not comfortable, there's no shame in pulling it back and not going for it. So, there we go. That's the big thing. I don't like the Donskoy no DCP phrase. I prefer personally, and this is just personal preference, saying the Donskoy's DCP'd so that the teams know to HE spam him. But the point is made. You need to say, hey, Donskoy has the Donskoy has used his DCP. And because he used it, now he's on fire, he's gone. And so what Ultima is actually going to look for here is he's going to finish off, he's trying to finish off the Donskoy if need be, but now he's going to line himself up for a run on the Georgia. He wants to get a nice run because these dive bombers are disgusting. So look at where he starts the run. He starts the run when he's in front of the ship. See, he's 2.6 kilometers in front of the ship. His reticle's nowhere near it, but he starts the run. And watch how he does this. He's going to hard curve it to the left, and he's going to slow it down. He's going to slow it down. He's going to wait until right as he's above the ship, and he's going to get the triple sit. That's a beautiful salvo. A lot of people don't realize you need to wait as long as possible until your cursor's right over it with these bombs. If you wait until your cursor's right over it, your RNG is going to be pretty good. Now, he got really lucky. He got all 3 hits in a triple sit, which is a phenomenal shot. You're not guaranteed to get that, but it's good. Little bit of a disagreement here maybe that I might have. I think that he's going to go for the Mogador because he's bringing out the rockets. I would probably, because the Mogador is still in a very strong situation, I would probably have taken the Torps back out and gone for the Georgia for more damage because the Mogador is going to take a while to farm down. So I probably would have considered going for the Georgia, trying to get as much off the Georgia as possible. Speed boosting, doing everything but using his reflight. Now, starts it before the island. Very critical. Note how the island's right here. If you don't think about this fact that the island's here, you're gonna watch his reticle's gonna shoot way up here. And when his reticle shoots way up here, he would miss the Mogador if he hadn't started it before. So watch. There we go. Look at how it shoots up right there, but he slows it down and he's set and he's ready to run. And 3,900 on the run. Nicely done, nicely done. Turns it around, looking for the second run. Using all of that engine boost. I would suspect you're probably running the full boost reset on the last flight. And as you can see, no hit there, and that's the risk you run with the end, is that if you go back in, you don't get a hit, and then all of your planes die anyway. So it happens. Now he brings the torp bombers in, the heel's ready. He's going to look for the Georgia, and he's going to try to hit it. So, looking at this position, where are we in as he flies? Up by a kill, you're down on caps, you're down on points. You haven't seen the Leonard or the Ooster in a while, you see the Pommern, so you gotta be worried about where is that Ooster is something, as a CP you gotta be thinking, because a lot of DDs will try to smash you. Your Ooster's dead here, probably. Shocked if your Ooster's not dead here. And so you watch, and you make the right choice. So, rather than trying to drop on a Mogador that you're going to have very hard times hitting with torps, because that's just the way Mogadors are, set it up, early drop, looks juicy for that Georgia, and then set it up again for the run. Oh, that's bad luck. I probably would have turned out the other way here, just because if I'm thinking I want to get more, we've already got that Georgia pinned, and he's going to go for the Alaska, so I want to get him. He can possibly stay along this island and really make it hard for you to drop. I'd probably turn out for the other way, get the drop on him, because you could have circled out this way, and either A, if he turns in this way, okay, well, he locks himself against the island, you get it, but if he turns in, you've got an easy, quick run, and he puts himself broadside pitched. So, yeah, you need to recall. I disagree with that recall personally. I would have gone for turning around, getting the more torps. You think, okay, 37,000. So you get 2 torps on him, 12,000. You're looking at about a 25,000 health Georgia. If you go for another run, okay. Oh, mini-map, getting yourself moving. Oh, and that's something that good catch came back and is detected by the Oster. So now, as a CV, your job changes entirely. You can't focus on the Georgia anymore. You've got to go after the DDs. Now, DD I'm going after first is I am going after the Ooster. Ooster's going to be easier to kill, and he's going to be a bigger threat. But you're going to go after the Mogador because he's trying to kill the Alaska. I can see it. I can see it, especially because you're moving. So any damage you get on the Mogador puts your Alaska in a better spot. Especially because the Mogador's taking a 10k damage. This is going to be a nice run. Betting at least 3k here. Ooh, only 2k. Feels like you're dropping just a hair late on them. Or maybe it's the replay. Let me slow it down. Let me watch it. It feels like you're dropping just a hair later than I would argue you should. But maybe that's just a replay bug. That's a right drop, but that drop before it. And that's a nice one. Okay, so now at this point, you got an 8,800 health Mogador, and you've got an almost full health Ooster. The Roma finishes off the Georgia for you, and you can tap A, so your job at this point is to get DDs out. So, right choice. Remember, unless you have the American HE bombs or the British HE bombs, you don't really want to bring your bombs in on DDs unless you absolutely have to. It's not a terrible idea, but it's not the worst. And as he's telling them in chat, you want his team pushing C hard. I completely agree with that. So let's see. So you're going to look for the Mogador. Mogador is the one you're going to try to get. There's the heal. And you're going to try to force him. So you're going for the Mogador because the Mogador is already caught in a crossfire. Anything you can do to mess up his line is going to be brilliant. Look at how now. Excellent job on the lead. That might actually still be a hair short, but because he's turning, I think you're going to be juicy there. And no, it looks like it's a hair short. Mogador with speed boost is ridiculously fast. So yeah, that set misses, but it's devilishly hard to hit a Mogador. But your job is you're just trying to distract him and keep him spotted for our Mogador to shred. Because there he is. Oh my goodness, he almost turned right back into your torpedo. That's actually really impressive. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Increase the line. Increase the line. Oh, that looks good. That looks clean. Oh, yep, there we go. Boom. Nice drop. Nice drop. Turning it in, getting another run on the Ooster Jutland. Right line, he might turn into curve those, but we'll see. Just a slight... Okay, let's get these planes. Just a slight nitpick here. I completely understand because I do it all the time, turning back, but I might have tried to recall that torp plane because getting that torp plane back would be useful. I mean, you're at 4, so having a 5th, or you're at, well, you'll be at 6, but having a 7th one back would have been nice. I mean, how long until you get your next one? 21 seconds. So you could have had 8 out of 10, 4 full drops, possibly. It's not a guarantee, but I probably would have tried to recall that one, see if I can get him back, luckily. So, Mogador's continuing to push. Is he taking a torp over there? No, he's not. Okay, let's watch this in. Unfortunately, nothing to do but go straight through the flak, and man, Ooster Jutland flak hurts. Good drop. That looks right on the timing. I don't know why those other drops look weird. It does feel a little bit laggy here. And now look at this position. This is how you want to drop. He's going to drift across. You want to drop right there, and there's the right pullback. And look, 2,900, 5 pens, 2 in caps. And so now you're trying to back up. You're trying to make sure you don't get Ooster Jutland torp because he's going to try to torp, and he can probably kill. So you bring out the torps again because you don't have rocket planes. Right choice. I actually would honestly consider, because of how low he is, considering the dive bombers. Because, and here's why. You have full dive bombers. You're hurting for torps. Yes, your torp is a guaranteed kill, but you think, okay, your dive bomber does does what, 5k? And okay, he dies anyway, so it's a moot point. But I would have considered it because you have the accuracy with those to hit one or two, and with him that low health, that could be the difference. So just save that, don't waste it, and go look. Meanwhile, you guys are up by just 10k health, but you're taking both caps, so you're up by 2. They have no DDs. You're in a very good spot. Pomeran gets the Lenin kill. Roma and Mogador take A, and I'm pretty sure this game's done. 66,000 damage, 1 kill, but you got the very important stuff there. Good reminder, Pomeran has Torps, flying straight towards it, using your speed boost, let it build back up. I like the angle choice out here. Roma dies, but you do get the cap. Trying to angle out here so that you get the line, and you're going to watch and you're like, I'll look at it, but I don't think I need it. Oh, and there, oh, just barely. So that's when you bring it in and you look at it and you say, okay, we'll consider it, and you're like, nope. Because you know he's dead, so yeah, go for the Shokaku at this point. Pre-drop a set because you know you're going to lose a bunch of sets going on the Shokaku. Because it's Shokaku. And you heal to try to get through. And you have no speed boost. Feels like me. And there we go. And now you're just killing time because you're like, I could drop another set. Oh, and that was your qualifier. Nice, nice. So 77,000 damage. Shokaku dies. Nicely done. Nicely done. Well, everyone, hope you enjoyed that game by Barbarian. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, and leave a comment down below. This is Minnie, signing off.